It's kind of funny. You can actually still hear me. I should probably mute that. I should probably start now, right? Okay. So, let's go. Bro, look at the quality on this webcam, man. I should probably start now, right? Chatting through the phone. That's the way to do it. It's great. It's great. Lol. Bro, watch me just delete your first comment so I can say first. I did it. Yo. I'm hilarious, dude. Oh, yo. I have a bunch of settings from OBS still on here. That's funny. Anyways, I can't use them because it's for an old computer that doesn't have the stuff anymore. But how's the sound quality? It looks like it's peaking a little bit. I might turn it down just a tad. You're going to have to tell me if the sound quality with the actual game is working out. So we are here today to celebrate the birth of the Ratman. This isn't so much a celebration of myself as it is the channel and community. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. We're gonna play some games. Ultra Kill's what I have loaded up. We could play a different game, or I have a Halloween tier list loaded up if anyone wants to go over that. Robot voice. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. We're gonna play some games. Ultra Kill's what I have loaded up. We could. Let's try that. Let's try that. Okay, I guess it had two different things going on. Let's see if that worked. I've never streamed on a computer before in my life. This is gonna be fun. One sec. There we go. That fixed it. Okay, cool. Thank you, Sir Jellyfilled Donut. I don't know if you go by the Discord name either. Alright, sweet. So we're set. So, gonna be playing Ultra Kill a bit. I've got a bunch of other games. We could play other games. And then, yeah, Halloween tier list is loaded up. Ooh, you might get to stream. That's my buddy. Heartless Crawler is one of my friends. He was telling me he's trying to set up his Wi-Fi so he can actually stream, because his Wi-Fi barely ever works, but it might work tonight. So he might be streaming too, guys. I might do the Halloween tier list in an actual video, but we could totally also do it in the stream. So, yeah, I know you're Zachary. I didn't know if you, wanted that name used outside of Discord. I didn't know if you wanted me to just call you Zachary, but I'll call you Zachary since you said it. Anyways, y'all ready to see my screen? I also have Liz, not Tippin' and Tappin', the other Liz, who's my friend in real life, said she's gonna hop on at some point to the stream. And we'll see who else shows up. Oh, yo, you're here. Welcome. You just now subscribed, bro. Been friends for 4 years and still not subscribed to my channel. Wow. Okay. So now you can see my screen. Welcome to my POV. Let's just hop into some Ultra Kill. Is the sound quality good right now? Is the music too loud to hear me? Do I need to crank it down? Because it might be. And it's going to take a minute for you guys to tell me, so I'm going to get off of that for a second. And I'm actually just going to listen with you. This is so nice, having it on a phone. I can just hear it all. Is the sound quality good right now? Yeah, that seems solid. Okay, we're good. Sorry, this might be a little boring. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure this all out. So, we can actually start playing, guys. I haven't played this in a few months, and this is a very high skill level game. Okay, so I'm a little bit rusty, but it's gonna be fun. We're gonna go with this one because it'll help me get the hang of movement again, I think. because I gotta be fast about it. But this is like one of my favorite games, so I thought it would be a fun one to play for the stream. You know? Tell me if you agree. It might take like a lot of focus though, now that I'm thinking about it. So I don't know if it's actually that great of an option. We might switch things up a little bit. We'll see. Okay, yeah, because I'm like, you hear no music. Yeah, it's pretty quiet. Can you hear the gunshots now, though? You love this game. Dude, I know, this is like one of my favorite games, dude. It's so good. Oh, watch this, though. Boing. We got glitch strats. Well, that didn't work. I thought that would do a little better. Oh, man. I'm really rusty right now, guys. Don't judge me too hard. Boing. Okay, so this level, I don't remember the layout. I had to memorize it at one point because it has a mission where you have to beat it in like 40 seconds or something, like the entire level. And I have done that. It was so difficult, but it's really fun to do. I've done like a majority of the challenges because this is such a good game. It felt worth like 100%ing it to me. So I got you in 144p, bro. That sucks. I'm not in 144p on mine. That's kind of weird. I don't know if that's on you or me, but it's solid on my end. So it might be your Wi-Fi. I don't know, bro. That kind of sucks. Oh wait. Sorry, I'd missed a couple more. Fortnite, lol. Oh, nice. You hear now? I can hear good now. Never heard of this game, but we should play. It's not multiplayer. But it's so intense. I've loved this game so much. Yo, I can clip you in up top. How's that? Then I can just glance up. We might actually move to the tier list just because this is kind of hard to interact with you guys, and that's kind of the point here, is to interact with you guys, not just, I'm not just doing like a for no reason type thing, you know. So might switch it up in a little bit. Oh, you want to see something really cool this game does though? You can ride on missiles. That's why I love this game. Where's the... I don't remember where the other... Oh, it was the easy one. And we beat it. Sweet! Oh, here, down there. Sweet! Okay. Man, that was awful. That was awful. See, I beat it. Oh, you have to beat it in under a minute. I beat it just barely under a minute. It was so difficult, dude. Alright, so... Oh, graphics card issue, I got you. Bro, you're live? No way. That's so cool. Heartless Crawler's live. Doesn't have to be multiplayer because you can still teach me to play. Bet. I will teach you. Liz, how much computer games have you played? Cause this game you're using like basically the whole keyboard and then also all of the extra mouse buttons. Like, it's hard. We'll do one more, and then how do you guys want to switch to like a Halloween tier list? Would that sound fun to you guys? Or I could like do something else, like a different game or something. You know, could fight Gabriel. No, I'll show you this one, because this one's just cool. Doom gameplay over her. Doom is fun. This is inspired by Doom, but this is better. I think I'll swap to my phone and play Bloodborne while I'm listening to you. You'll be better quality on my phone, actually. Heck yeah, bro. That sounds like a vibe right now. Used to play Halo and Destiny. I didn't know you played that on PC, though. That's sick. Yeah, you totally got this. You should be fine, I think. Yeah, look. Whee! It's faster this way. Oh, I forgot. I learned how to do it, and I don't remember how to do it now. Okay. Now we're about to do something funny. We're about to take a break for a second. 1 second. We're gonna watch another YouTuber. Oh, guys, watch this dude right here. Ethan on Everything inspired me to get back into it. He's the reason I'm YouTubing right now. Wendigoon got me started. Ethan on Everything got me re-inspired to actually commit. Let's see here. Who's gonna tell me the right button sequence quickly? Maybe this guy.
In Ultra Kill, there's a pretty good chance you're getting on rockets the wrong way. Jumping onto them only works if there aren't enemies around and you have ground to stand on. It also takes a second to do.
How to instant rocket red. Maybe that's the difference. There's a way you can do it where you just like look down, click like 4 buttons in sequence, and then you instantly end up writing yeah, here we go. You just end up on another rocket. You see? So you gotta freeze it before. You have to be looking a little bit. You gotta be looking a little bit below center line, and then you hit a few. You dash. Maybe you dash, send out a rocket. Let me try that. So it has to be frozen. That didn't work. Hang on. Build back up some time. Okay. For real though, wish I had a computer to play it on. Seriously, dude, it's so fun. PC, but switched, by the way, playing with Xbox controller and keyboard. Okay, nice. So yeah, you might be able to do it. Oh, nope. I think it's a dash shoot. Oh, there it is. Got it. Okay, so it's... I don't even know what I did exactly. Dash shoot... I think it's shoot dash freeze. Yeah, shoot dash freeze. Okay. So I got this, guys. Gonna be easy now. Oh yeah, they turn stuff into pumpkins too for Halloween. It's cool. Usually these are skulls. Oh no, I froze it. I always freeze it there. There we go. Oh no, what's happening, guys? What's happening right now? Oh no. It's a giant hand. Okay, he's dead. Sweet. Yeah, now I'm getting the hang of it. Okay, let's see. It's such a vibe for spooky season. It is for real. Right. This one's a really cool level. That's why I chose to play this one. Because of this boss fight you're about to see right now. Ah! Bro, he's got a pumpkin head. That's wild. Watch this. Oh, crap. I'm using the wrong fist right now. That was lame. Anyways, let's try this again. Watch this. Boing! Take that, nerd. Oh, too early. And then he summons a black hole for some reason. Because he's wild like that. Oh, I forgot I can literally do this too. Don't fall. Alright, he did. He did. We got him, boys. And now we exit through his mouth. Because we're cool like that. We can stream 2-player. Yeah, we can, bro. That'd be fun. What's up? Yo, Grimothy, welcome to the stream. We about to switch to a tier list now. I think. Maybe I should use that technique in the haunted house. Yeah, bro. That you should absolutely use that technique. Bring a shotgun next time to the haunted house. That'd be great. Yo, look. So that's my score when speedrunning it. That's your local Neanderthal. You should also look him up. He's in the community. He's one of my bros in real life. He does hilarious YouTube content. But I beat him and it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Anyways, you guys didn't give me input. You guys want like the Halloween tier list? Does that sound fun? Look, I've got it here. Ooh. We could do that. Or I've got Steam with these games downloaded currently. Eclipsium's a really cool one that I want to make a full-on video of. We could totally play Eclipsium. What you guys want? What's sounding good right now? And it might take a minute because there's actually like a lot of latency on this. Not the chats, but me talking to the actual video, so you won't hear me talking for a minute. So too zesty. Too zesty. I don't know who this is. This dude right here. I actually was trying to get rid of some of them, and it doesn't let me edit. So I was like, just pushing them to the back. But maybe you guys could tell me who they are. I didn't really want to rank hunchbacks because that just feels like rude. Tier list, I bet. Grimace, he said tier list. Let's not I'll choke on my drink if I want to choke on my drink, thank you. Aight. So we gonna do the tier list then. Let's get us some music up in here for the tier list. Crank it, boys. Aight. Hit that. Oh, we are in presentation mode. Heck yeah, we're already in presentation mode. Totally do the tier list, bet. You got the shirt? What? Bro, no way. How? I don't get it for another 2 days. I know I ordered it before you. Bro, you gotta share it in the chat. I wanna see it. I wanna see it. But that's so hyped, dude. Heck yes. That makes me feel like crazy that you bought a shirt, man. I've never had somebody buy a shirt who wasn't like a family member. That's wild to me. Because I've had another YouTube channel before that only, it has like, I think it has 160 subs now, but like when I was actually active, it got up to 100 and that was like maxed out. And I made merch for that because I also did music. I'm on Spotify. So I made merch for that just so that I could wear it because I thought it was cool, and then I had family buy it, but like no one ever bought it outside of that. So it feels so weird. So weird to have somebody buy my merch that's not my family. I really appreciate it, bro. Take pictures later? Heck yeah. Send it in like the Halloween costume. Dude, Aruba's costume's gonna be that rat with the giant cigar? Oh my gosh, that has so much aura. I feel like he's outdoing me with a rat. I'm like, how can I let this happen? But I don't know how to outdo that. How am I supposed to perform that better? Yeah, the Astro channel. It used to be called Axikia. Oh yeah, I don't actually have the hoodie here right now. It's somewhere else. But you know, it's cool. It was fun. On Spotify, it's Axikia, which is spelled weirdly. I'll spell that for you real quick. There. If you want to look me up, that's some lore drop right there. Used to make music when I was like 12, and then kept making music because I can play a lot of instruments and I love music. None of my music actually has real instruments in it, which is hilarious. You can see behind me, I think you can kind of see, I've got like a bunch of stuff on the wall, but then this whole wall is lined with cases with instruments, right? But then all my music's electronic, like I don't actually play instruments in 98% of my songs. It's funny. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the tier list, guys. So, I guess I'm ranking them on how scary they are. But we know me, and I just think things are cool when they're scary. So, I'm actually ranking on how pog they are, how cash money these dudes are, okay? So, let's see. How we doing? Pretty good. Alright. Let's get into it. So first up, we got ghosts. Ghosts are cool, right? Because, like, dude, I don't know what to think of ghosts. There's so many different, like, theories about them and different things that they could be that they're really fun to think about. I actually have a theory for some ghosts because, like, I'm in Christian circles, right? Wait, let me see what you said. I enabled the YouTube app just so I can use the chat on my phone. Brave wasn't letting me chat for some reason. Oh, I got you, bro. But heck yeah. Welcome back, Zach. Welcome back, Zach. Okay, so ghosts are cool. I'm in Christian circles, right? Well, like, in the Christian community, because I'm a Christian, whatever. A lot of people think ghosts are demons, and they could be. Some of them could be, definitely. Like poltergeists, definitely demons. And I think that's like the most common type. And they just throw stuff around. But there are some ghosts that I think are probably angels, right? And the reason a lot of Christians don't think that they're demons is because ghosts are scary. For some reason, a lot of Christians have this idea locked in their head that if something is scary, it is evil. And I hear a lot of people point at the verse that says, like, oh, God didn't give you a spirit of fear. No, but at the same time, every time an angel showed up in the Bible, someone was afraid. So obviously, there's some fear there, right? We're supposed to fear the Lord, too. So it's like, not all fear is just evil Satan. So a lot of people think ghosts are demons because of that, but ghosts also make people realize that there is more to the world than just what you see in front of you. There is an underlying nature behind things, right? It makes a lot of people believe in paranormal and the spiritual world, which can be the first step in believing in God. And so I do believe that in some cases, ghosts could be angels, right? And they could be angels that are trying to get somebody's attention who has no chance at believing in God unless they have some type of intervention like that. And so that's their intervention. There's also the stone tape theory, which basically says that, like, reality is impressionable. And when something, like, the human mind can kind of alter reality based on willpower and emotion. And so when something incredibly traumatic happens, or somebody with a frick ton of willpower just exists, they can imprint space-time and, like, leave their own record on space-time. And so then whenever you go back to these locations where this person died or did something, like, crazy, you can see that replaying in time. Like, that is the space they printed onto, and now in time, it is replaying there. This kind of breaks down when you start getting into actual space-time, because that assumes that our perspective of space is locked to, because our perspective of space is locked to the Earth, right? But if somebody 20 years ago did something in this building, the Earth is no longer there, so they'd be like imprinted on space in space. But I don't know how much of space is like locked in place, because gravity kind of comes into question at that point, and it's like, okay, could that actually lock things like to the Earth, so that in this specific building they impressioned the space in that building, and so it sticks with the Earth and stays in that same spot? Maybe, I don't know, but it's a really cool theory to think about. And so low-key, I am gonna put ghosts in S tier, because they're a good baseline for like everything. They're a classic, and they have so many cool theories that they could be. I generally don't give them enough credit, but they're actually really cool entities. So they're getting an S tier. Next up. Oh, that's the devil, and he's making a deal with the violin kid. I don't know how well you can see that, but that is I don't know. It's a classic song. I love that one. It's so good. My buddy right now is in Tennessee, going to be like a big famous professional banjo player. He's at school, and he talks about that a lot. And I always talk about how he'll beat the devil in a banjo fight one day. It'll be great. Nah, he's a failure, bro. Satan is a failure, so he just gets an auto F tier. If objects can be cursed or haunted, it'd make sense that a haunting would follow the Earth through space. That's true. Like, it makes sense for hauntings. It's just like specifically the stone tape theory of their like printing on space time. I don't know how relative that is, but in general, yeah, like if you haunt an object, it would make sense. But then haunting an object is like a separate idea than the stone tape theory is why. But yeah, like, so if stone tape theory is right, I don't know how much of that locks in with other things, but haunting for sure, yeah. Devil went down to Georgia. Yep, he's in F tier. Failure. Boo. Skeletons. I actually don't think about skeletons that much, but they are really cool. I only really think about them around Halloween. They don't get brought up that much. There's not really any folk tales about skeletons. You know, there is one cryptid that I found that I was going to put in an obscure video, but he literally was so boring. Only one person saw him, and I think it was like a kindergartner. I think he was red. Let's see here. It might be the red ghost. Nah, that doesn't sound right. That is not... What? Very large, demonically hideous camel-like creature with a human skeleton tied to its back. Hold the phone, guys. Hold the phone. Most folks will tell you camels are not found in Arizona's high country. Truth is, those adaptable beasts can thrive in just about any kind of terrain. Okay. Dude. I'm adding this to the list right now. This is going to be in the next Obscure Cryptids video. Okay, hold up. Write that on the wall. Red ghost. The red ghost. Let's see. I'll be honest, I didn't hear the stone tape thing. Oh, okay, I got you. California cryptid, yeah. Yo, the camel ghost. I haven't seen this dude. Nah, yeah, Arizona. Camel corpse ghost. Dude, this is cool. I've never heard of this. He's going on the next video. I don't know what I was... He might be a blue skeleton. He was seen in... Yeah, this is looking more right, I think. Yeah, this is right. Okay. So, this is the... Now I know about the red ghost. That's more of a camel, but, like, that's sick. But this is, like, the cryptid I was saying, because I don't think about skeletons that often. They're really cool though, but I don't think about them as monsters that often until Halloween rolls around, and then, you know, like every edgy white girl is putting Sharpie on her hands to look like a skeleton, which it does look cool. I'm not bashing it, but for some reason it's every edgy white girl is the ones who do it. So I think you're thinking of the blue/purple skeleton. Yes, sighted in Japan by a kid. This is the photo of it, which is really funny. This photo granted it like actual cryptid status. Well, not actual cryptid status, but it got it a wiki page. Introduced by cryptid researcher Takeshi Nakazawa in a program broadcast on January 3rd, 2020. The photo was taken in the Gato Islands on April 6, 2009, and a blue skeleton-like object is peeking out from behind a wall. He analyzed that it was 1 meter tall. According to the discussion in the program, the photo was taken during the blooming period of Eradicate, that's the scientific name. I don't know what that actually is. So the blue flowers may have just happened to look like a blue skeleton. Oddly enough, however, other similar blue humanoids, human blue, have been reported in Japan. Now that's interesting. That might also be something to put on the list. I don't think that was there before, because I've read this article before and I don't remember having a link to something else. I had like no evidence and I was like, oh dang. This isn't even big enough to put in an obscure crypt. I guess it kind of is. You know, it's worth a mention. I could hit like fire rounds or something. So, dog, it's a flower. Yeah. Every time I think of skeletons, I think of Minecraft. Yeah, same. Lol, you can hear you in the background stream. What? You shouldn't be able to. Nobody else is listening. I don't know how you can hear me. It looks like a flower. Let me look up what Iridicai. I don't know. Scientific name though. That way it's generalized across Japan and America and all of them. It's just a iris family. It's not even an exact flower. But yeah, that looks kind of similar, doesn't it? But those don't grow up walls is the thing, so that's kind of weird. It kind of does just look like an iris on the roof though, doesn't it? It kind of does, so I'm not sure. Let's look at this though real quick. We're rabbit trailing, dude. This is how it goes when I'm actually recording, and then I have to get back on track and be like, dude, you don't want to edit this much. Stop going off course. Hairless humanoid cryptid report from Osaka, Japan. In June of a certain year, the witness... Oh, okay, no, this is what I was mixing up. So it did link to this. So this is the one the kids saw. And then somebody, that cryptid, actual, like, folklorist dude saw the other one. So in June of a certain year, unspecified, I guess, the witness, a third grader in junior high school, was looking out of his classroom window at a park square when he saw a slender, tall blue humanoid. It was about 2 meters tall, had a glossy body surface, and narrow eyes. The creature appeared from the left side and disappeared toward a dead-end wall on the right side. He named this mysterious creature Human Blue. The sighting was reported to and introduced by Bintaro Yamaguchi. Interesting. Speaking of Japan, look up Witch and Skeleton Spectre Japanese artwork. Those giant Home Depot skeletons are part of Japanese folklore. Oh, okay. Let me in a second. Oh, you're picking my stream up in your stream. That's hilarious. Nah, Cryptid Rabbit Hole vid would go hard. It would. Actually, that would be really fun. That's how I find the obscure cryptids, is I rabbit hole like this. Real, so hard. Okay, let me write Human Blue and... What's this one again? Blue Skeleton Man. They'll be in the same. Refresh the page. Oh no. What'd you do? Comments. Hey yo. Perfect, bro. Perfect. Heck yeah, man. Human Blue / skeleton. This pen does not work right now. Okay. Heck yeah, bro. We interacting on the same page. That's wild. Alright. So we got that. What'd you say to look up? Witch and Skeleton Spectre Japanese artwork. Let's check this out. Oh, I've seen that before. If it will click one. It doesn't want to. Okay, there we go. I've seen that. Where's that at? Do you know much about it? Because I've seen that before. I didn't know that was like an original thing though. That's cool. I wonder if there's a yokai for it. Well, if you look up giant skeleton yokai, it comes up. Gashadokuro. Life-size skeleton. Okay, here we go. Now that's it. This is it right here. It needs additional citations for verification, so not completely verified, but yeah. Yo, you could do a yokai. I actually plan on doing a yokai series. Yokai are so cool, dude. They have some insane mythological creatures. And I've got that one yokai, the snake, that actually is not very obscure. I didn't know that until I put it in the video, and then people were telling me, like, it's in a surprising amount of, like, mainstream stuff. And I know it's kind of mainstream in Japan, but I didn't think people, like, outside of Japan knew about it, but apparently they do. But it's like the football snake that rolls down hills instead of slithering. Anyways, let's look at this. The Gashadokuro. The Gashadokuro is a spirit that takes the form of a giant skeleton made of the skulls of people who died in the battlefield or of starvation and famine. While the corpse becomes a Gashadokuro, the spirit becomes a separate yokai known as Hidorogami and is 10 or more meters tall. Only the eyes protrude, and some sources describe him as burning yellow or green. Gashadokuro wanders around at 2 a.m. and attacks and eats humans when it sees them. When a Gashadokuro approaches, it is said to make a clattering sound with its teeth, gachi gachi. However, they are also known to be stealthy when approaching humans they wish to eat. The following characteristics are not confirmed by Japanese data. The Gashadokuro are said to possess the powers of invisibility and indestructibility, since it is composed of the bones of people who are already deceased, though Shinto charms are said to ward them off. Otherwise, a Gashadokuro will continue hunting its prey until its pent-up anger is released, causing the bones to crumble and the Gashadokuro to collapse. Yo, I don't know much about the artwork. It was featured in an analog horror series about the cryptid. That sounds cool. Analog horror series for this. Now, you want to know the similarities that I'm picking up on here? What else do we know? What other cryptid do we know of that can be very, very big, looks gaunt and emaciated like a skeleton, and eats people? Anybody got any guesses? I'll leave that there for a second while the latency catches up, and I'll rank skeletons in B tier. Because they're cool. They're solid. I forget about them a lot, but they're cool. And Gashadokuro, actually, that thing's sick. I love that. Wendigo, Grimathy got it. Grimathy got it immediately. Yeah, I'm picking up connections there. There are so many connections between Wendigo. I fully believe there is something that does this, that eats people and is big. And it lives all across the world, and all of these people have run into it, and they make different legends on it. And the Wendigo's the most popular one in America, but like there are so many monsters similar to it. It's crazy. Crawlers are the same thing. I think crawlers and Wendigos are based off of the same creature. They're cool. So this one is haunted trees. I'm instantly ranking them S tier. They're so unknown, untalked about. Nobody talks about haunted trees ever. But oh my gosh, they're so cool, dude. Have you guys, I'm sure you guys have seen this one. It's famous. Sorry about my dog. I can't edit him out this time. And most of them are humanoid. Yes, they are. Man, I need to find this footage. I actually have a video. Hang on. I bet you I can find other videos. maybe. Are you gonna give me anything different? No. Tall monsters in the trees in Appalachia. Caught on camera, maybe? Bro. Is this just gonna be someone talking about it, or is this gonna be someone showing me? Oh, I have to go all the way to freaking TikTok for this, bro. Oof.
I'm currently being stalked and followed by
Data is pog just for the stream right now. Heck yeah, bro.
and I know what that sounds like,
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, sister.
Okay, stalked by a tree. That sounds right.
It's far-fetched.
but I do live in the Appalachian Mountains, so
I feel like
that explains itself, but we're gonna get into it.
being two fellas from Appalachia, we've heard a lot of tall tales. I mean, a lot of tall tales. But this one's a little different. Also, being two fellas from Appalachia, we've
Bro,
seen some
that dude
pretty
was just
unexplainable things,
waving a
so
tree.
this really wouldn't surprise me.
Okay, this is actually funny.
Oh, shit, we better get back to the studio. Oh, my God.
Okay, I don't think they're gonna talk about it, but that's actually hilarious.
Is that a knife? Does it have a knife?
They taped a knife to it, bro.
Well, maybe there is something to her story.
All right. That was not at all what I was talking about. But that was freaking hilarious. Let's see. There might be a video. Oh yeah, warning. We're gonna be looking at a lot of creepy images for a second while I try to find an image of what I'm talking about. Theta is Pog, just not for the stream. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, my dog's name's Theta. Eyes in the trees, monster. Not is that a real movie? The trees have eyes, and like the hills have eyes. Part 2. That doesn't look real. I might not find it, guys. That guy's face is funny. Scarier than anything else I've seen so far. Alright, I'm not finding it. But the thing that I was supposed to show you is the Madagascar cannibal tree. Man-eating plant. Yo, what's up, Alex? Welcome. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. Yo, what's up, Mint? Welcome. We're doing a tier list about Halloween monsters and also rabbit trailing while we're at it. Before I tell you about the man-eating plant, let me continue with the thing. So, in the Ozark Mountains, which is where I live, and Appalachia Mountains, there are things in the woods that are super tall, like almost the height of trees, but not quite. And they have like normal, kind of bigger, but kind of normal sized eyes with eye shine. Okay, sweet. I'm glad. Because I say that and then I freak out that like, oh, I maybe shouldn't say your name. So cool. But anyways, there's these eyes and they're just up really high. And people say that they're owls. And that's what I believed initially. But then my buddy, my banjo buddy that I was talking about earlier, he was actually at a gig and he was just taking a break. And it was nighttime. And he walked away from like the whole event and he was swinging on a swing set that was outside of the line of light and nobody else was over there. He could still see everybody, but he was right next to the tree line because they're in the middle of the woods at this like event place. Bluegrass country. That's why it's in the woods and an event. So he's over by the tree line swinging and he's FaceTiming me, just telling me about what's going on. And then he hears a snap in the woods and so he turns around and he's like, bro, I think I see something back there. And so I started screen recording because I want to catch this. And I have it somewhere on my phone. It might be on my old phone. I need to find the footage because it's cool. But he like turned it around and you can see eye shine, right? From up top in the trees. And it's like, okay, probably an owl just sitting up there. Although one of the main reasons that the reason for this one we ruled out it's not an owl is because the eyes were spaced really far apart like this. Like further than a human eye. So, okay, not an owl, maybe there's a bear in the tree for some reason, or a bobcat in the tree that's looking at him. That could make sense, right? So he's sitting there staring at it like, is that a predator, like, staring at me? What's happening right now? And then it turned like this, and then it turned and looked back, so we could actually see, like, that gave us a perspective of its head. And then it literally moved like this, like, really far, like probably like 5 or 6 feet far, the eye shine did. And this is like 30 feet off the ground. Moved like this. Not like it's climbing around, just smooth like it ducked. And we're like, oh, what the frick is that? And then it just like walked backwards into the woods, and then it turned around, and we didn't see it after that. And it was like, what? And I have it on video. You can barely make out the eyes, but you can kind of see it. It was so cool, dude. And then he was freaked out, so he just like ran back. He's like, all right, I ain't dealing with none of that crap. And he walked back to the spot. And he's like, man, I'm gonna be off my banjo game now. He's like, yeah, that was freaky. You're playing out here. It's like, you're playing good enough, I guess, to attract monsters. Like, he's just vibing. But I called that the Appalach or the Ozark Colossals, which they're outside of Ozark because I've heard other accounts of them. But they're just these tall dudes, and they're chill. They're chill. I have never heard. I know I need to release the footage as soon as I find it. I should throw it up because it's cool. But like they're really chill. I've never ever heard a single time of them actually being malicious. They're always just vibing. They watch you from a distance. So Colton told me to call them the Watchers. I call them Colossals because they're super tall, and then he told me to call them Watchers because they just watch you. They don't do anything else. Don't let the CIA see it, though. I know, bro. Danger zone. But yeah, super cool. Love those dudes because they're just vibey. They're just vibey forest entities. Never heard of them doing anything evil. Have heard of them doing good things with people giving them gifts, which is an attribute of the Fae. So that's really cool. Could get into Fae territory. Bruh, if I'm talking like this, I should probably switch it to talking. Could deal with like Fae territory because gift giving happens with Fae. But I would not recommend doing that because just an Ent. No, legitimately Ents are Fae too. So I could fully see that actually legitimately being what Ents are based off of. You know what I mean? And that's why like you can't ever actually see them. I've never actually like seen footage of one, but I've seen footage of their eyes, and that would explain it because during the day they're just a tree. How are you going to see that, bro? But you can see their eyes. It's really cool. So that's cool. But don't leave them gifts maybe, because just in case they're not just a vibey forest spirit and they're secretly a demon, you're in danger now. So maybe don't do that. Okay, I just went to my face, but now I'm going back so I can read you all the Madagascar tree, the man-eating plant. I'm about to throw my Wi-Fi box. Honestly valid. Dude, is it messing up now? How long was it, like, are you still streaming, or is it, like, giving out on you? Okay, a man-eating plant is a fictional form of carnivorous plant large enough to kill and consume a human or other large animal. The notion of man-eating plants came about in the late 19th century as the existence of real-life carnivorous and moving plants described by Charles Darwin in Insectivorous Plants. Insectivorous, yeah, I read that right. And the power of movement in plants largely came as a shock to the general population, who believed it was impossible for plants to consume animals or move under their own power. Authors began to exaggerate these abilities for dramatic effect, causing the proliferation of fiction about such plants. So, because we literally have carnivorous plants, it does not make this idea too far-fetched. It makes it make sense. However, we've never seen a case of a plant this big. I think that's from Little House of Nightmares or whatever. I've never watched that movie. I really need to because I like plant monsters. So, still live but no video. Oh, dude, that sucks. Leshy. Yeah, Leshy. Yeah, it might be. Land version of People Eater. Purple People Eater. Yeah. It's a one-eyed, one-horned land people eater. Yes, sounds about right. So, But literally, these things are not too far-fetched, except the bigger you get, the more you have to eat, you know? And little animals like bugs and stuff are so much more plentiful than deer. So it does make a lot more sense for carnivorous plants to not be big, like from a biological perspective. You'd think they would all die off unless they're able to utilize photosynthesis and do what sloths do and go into a like hibernation phase. Sloths basically have their own photosynthesis. It's crazy. And then they go into this weird hibernation super sleep phase where they use almost no energy at all. So unless these plants could do that and go into no energy except what they get from photosynthesis and use the photosynthesis to grow more, but I don't think photosynthesis could grow muscle or muscle adjacent tissues that would let them move. So that's what they'd have to eat things for. So it would come into like a really complicated balance, but they totally could exist, like in the Amazon. I don't think they exist in America, but Amazon totally. I would not be surprised if we just come back and they exist there. Little Shop of Horrors. Triffids. Let me look that up. Be right back. I bet. Triffids. I don't know what that is. Oh, a fictional plant. That looks cool and freaky. It's an alien species. What's this from? Dude, that would be freaky. It's like the vase plant, but it just eats you. The Day of the Triffids. That's cool, though. I like that. Alright, so this one was found, or claimed to be seen, I don't know, oh, in Madagascar. Duh, I literally keep calling it the Madagascar tree. So they went to a tribe of people, and these people worshipped the tree, and every once in a while they would sacrifice somebody to it, and when they did, the person who got sacrificed would go into this state of, like, euphoria, even though they're getting ripped apart. They would be completely euphoric, and it was insane. And then all of the people, the tree would release this liquid mixed with the blood of the person, and all the people would drink it, and then they'd get insanely high on like hallucinogens. And that's why they sacrificed people to it, because it was like crazy. It made them, it was sort of like a rite of passage and stuff, but it opened up their mind and helped them see the real world and stuff like that. So this one's crazy. I want to make a full video on it at some point. It's a lot to go through, a lot of history to go through. It's in nope, that actually is not a lot of history to go through, is it? That's not very much. We've got this is going over a few. Nativo plant is described as being native to Africa and South America, so named for producing a hissing sound similar to the Spanish phrase "Ya te veo," I already see you. Oh, that's scary. Imagine a plant saying "I already see you," and having poisonous spines that resemble many huge serpents in an angry discussion, occasionally darting from side to side as if striking at an imaginary foe, which sees and pierce any creature coming within reach. That's cool. I could talk about these three. Found Lucifer magazine describing the Devil's Snare. I recognize that from Harry Potter. Drain the blood out of any living thing which comes within its death-dealing touch. Okay, so there's 3 different ones here. I didn't realize that. That's cool. I was just reading the Madagascar plant, the man-eating plant, at some point on, I don't know if maybe it's on like the Cryptid Wiki or something, and I thought it was really long, but I might have just not looked at it very good. So I didn't do it yet because I was like, okay, I'll make this like a long form video because there's so much information to unpack here. So, but anyways, that's where we get the tree ranked S, because it's so unique, so cool. I freaking love plant monsters, so they're great. Zombies, solid A. They're like your classic. They're kind of like also a baseline like ghosts are, but I don't think they're as cool as ghosts because there's not as much mystery surrounding them, you know. I think they'd be terrifying in real life because it's just an infection, but they can come for you. It's like rabies, but like a little bit. It's just like rabies if people could get it, I guess. You know, like you're gonna die now, and you want to give it to other people through biting them. So that's freaky. Pretty scary, but I think we'd probably handle it easy. You know, but it's almost a B tier, but they're so like legendary status that I don't feel right putting them in B tier. So I'll keep them A. Aliens. This is actually from a movie. And the alien's name is... now I have to look it up. Gary? No? Oh my gosh. What? Whatever. I don't care. It's not a big deal. It's funny. It's funny. Maybe his name's Greg or something like that. It's a decent movie. It's alright. Definitely like adult. I didn't like a lot of the humor because I'm not that into adult humor most of the time, but it was a pretty good movie. Gray Aliens, though. C. Would I put them below? Yeah, I'd put them below Skeletons. They're kind of like the lamest of aliens. They're interesting with the psionics and such, but, you know, there's not a whole lot there, so... Fixed it. Sweet, Heartless Crawler stream is back up. Paul, there we go. Yeah, you know it. Paul, that's right. That's my pastor's name. That's great. All right, the Grim Reaper. He's going above Skeletons because he is a skeleton, but he is a legendary status. Actually, you know what? He's going up in A with zombies. He's a legendary status skeleton here to help move people on from death. My buddy Sam actually did this super cool version of the Grim Reaper of Death, where he had like Grim, if he's back, yo, what's up? So we were playing it's like D&D, but he was making his own system, and Death was a character in it, which later we found out Death was actually my brother reincarnated, my character's brother. It was really cool, but Death had like fungus and moss robes, and then butterflies followed him everywhere because butterflies often eat corpses, and so but that's why butterflies followed him, because they eat corpses. But it made him look like beautiful and mystical, and like whenever he'd stop moving for a second, the butterflies would land on him, and then he'd move and they'd all swarm around, and that was like such a cool picture of the Grim Reaper. I love that so much, dude. It was sick. Alright, next up, this guy, I don't remember his name either. He's from Nightmare Before Christmas. Peak movie, dude. If you guys haven't seen it, watch it. Peak movie. This dude is, I don't like this guy. He's not really scary. He's just like annoying. So I'm putting him in D. He is not Satan's level. So, you know, but D tier. Frankenstein's monster, not to be confused with Frankenstein, who is the actual monster. So Frankenstein's monster is so freaking legendary. I don't know if I should put him in bottom of S or top of A though. But you should read it. I haven't read it. I've listened to some of it through audiobooks. I'm really bad at reading, so I usually listen to audiobooks. I've listened to parts of it through audiobooks, and it hits so hard. And then Wendigoon has a video breaking it down, like a really long video, and it made me cry like multiple times listening to it from his perspective on what he's got on it. Freaking legendary, dude. Yeah, it's going S, dude. S for sure. It's Frankenstein's monster is so profound and interesting. He's got a lot of story behind him. This one, I wonder if I can... No, I can't do that. I don't know what this thing is. We're gonna call it a flesh golem. Flesh golems are really cool, but they're not that... They're really cool. They're really cool, okay? But, you know. Wow, not Jack Skellington being called annoying. That's not Jack Skellington. Zoom in. It's the annoying scientist guy. It's not Jack. He is not. Jack Skellington is not annoying, bro. hopefully the Guillermo del Toro movie will finally be an accurate depiction. I don't know what that is, bro. I can't see through this heart emoji that's like in the middle of the chat. It's so annoying. Guillermo del Toro movie. Was Guillermo... What? Oh, is that a guy? I don't know what you're talking about. Zachary. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, we're just gonna call him the flesh golem. Put him in B because flesh golems are really cool. They're very interesting. Golems in general, super top notch. They're pretty sick. But you know, yeah. Werewolves. This is one from Harry Potter. I'm making myself sound like a massive Harry Potter fan. It's the guy in Kingdom Hearts who wants to make a heart so the Heartless will dance with Jack. I love that you... Zane, that's such a you move. Introducing him through Kingdom Hearts instead of the movie. ODT... Wait. Okay, I got you. GDT is directing a Frankenstein movie that looks book accurate so far. Oh! Okay. Dude, that would be really cool. Oh, I see. I had no idea that was a thing. Did it come out yet? It makes it look like it came out. I played the game too much. Yeah, bro, but it's a good game. It did. It came out on August 30th. Wait. October 17th. With limited theatrical release. Is it a theater play? Or a movie? No, that's a movie. Huh. Okay. Well, it looks like it's out, bro. Limited. I don't know if it's when it's coming to actual, like, discs or whatever, but that's sick. Okay, werewolves. Werewolves are similar to Wendigos because they connect to so many different creatures. They connect on the opposite spectrum to skinwalkers and Vikings. What are they called? There's some Vikings that transform into monsters, and they were real. They took psychedelics and wore skins, but then some people said that over time some of them could actually like transform, and then it starts to blur lines between actual shapeshifters. But werewolves, skinwalkers, and some of those guys, and then there's a bunch more that I'm not remembering off the top of my head. I come across them all the time though. They're all like a type of shapeshifter that can transform into animalistic things. And it's really cool. I think that's also based off of some creature. Werewolves, though, they're cool. I've never been a big fan of them. Draugrs? Berserkers. Yeah, Berserkers. There we go. I don't know why I didn't remember that. That's easy. Werewolves are cool, but in my own mind, they've never been that cool. But I do think they're cooler than gray aliens. I'll just be real. So we'll put them above gray alien. But you know, they're kind of just C tier. Berserkers though would be like A tier. Berserkers are super cool. I don't know who this guy is. Do you guys know who this little pumpkin dude is? I have no idea. Between the two of them. Yeah. Draugrs, I don't remember what the Draugrs were. Oh. Corporeal undead creature from Nordic countries. Okay, so Draugr are Viking zombies, basically. Okay, so you guys, if you know who this pumpkin is, let me know. I'm gonna rank the witch. Witches also A tier. Top of A tier. Witches are really good. Also a baseline. They're not a monster. It's just a person who has done monstrous things. Similar to skinwalkers are witches. Skinwalkers are a mix of werewolf and witch, right? So they're super cool. Witches are really interesting, and they have a lot of history. And I think they're the most common mythical thing. Like, they exist all over the place. I can hardly see the images, but Pumpkin Guy might be Jack-o'-lantern from Billy and Mandy. No, it's not him. It's like, it's a jack-o'-lantern with dog legs. I have no idea. I have no idea. The images are literally ant-sized on my screen. Bro, that sucks. Oh, here we go, here we go. Now we're talking. Boom, now you can see him. Oh, that's funny. There we go. Does that help a little bit? I don't know who that guy is. I don't know who that guy is, but I was just going to say mummy because he's a mummy. And then I wasn't going to rank hunchbacks because that just feels rude. I don't know who these guys are. Maybe serial. Oh, it's dentists. That's dentists. Okay, we are putting them back in the game. Dentists. I don't know who this guy is, if it's supposed to be demons. And I have no idea who this dude is. So, that's a lot better. Oh, that is still from Billy and Mandy, I think. Okay, Billy and Mandy. Dog pumpkin thing? Yo. Yo, you might be right. I've never seen this. But yeah, based on this, I think you're right. So maybe we're just talking about, like, evil pumpkins. Dude, I see scary godmother. What? Who? Where? Huh? Scary godmother. Which one's scary godmother? Is it this? Are you talking about the dentist? I have no idea, man. Anyways. Let's continue ranking then. Emos, lol. That little kid. He does, bro. He looks so emo. But I think it might be demon. Because at first glance, I thought this was demon. But then I realized it is the devil. So it might separate them out. You know what I mean? Anyways, jack-o'-lanterns coming to life. Pretty cool concept. Never actually seen it before. Never seen Bill or Mandy. Yeah, Jack has pumpkin minions. Okay. So, probably C tier. That's fun, but, you know, it's nothing kind of crazy. It's cool, though. Rats. Guys, we're the Ratman. It would feel blasphemous not to rank them like this, obviously. So I just have to go with rats being top of S tier, and I feel like I don't really have to explain that. Even though personally I wouldn't usually rank them there, I feel like they have to be there. You know what I mean? Purple monster with lots of eyes is from Scary Godmother. That's a nostalgic movie. The demon there is a troll from Homestuck. Okay, so hang on a minute. Oh, yo, I figured out how to move the heart so I can actually see your comments. I've never heard of either of those. Bruh, this is why I'm glad I'm asking you. You're like my most cultured one. Scary Godmother. Purple monster. I just said monster, didn't I? Yep. What on earth is this? Bro, that's creepy. So, okay, so it's like, it's not scary, it's not evil. It's just freaky looking. This looks interesting. Looks like something I would have liked as a kid, but like freaked out about. Why is that there? Anyways, interesting. Yeah, never seen that before, so I don't know what to rank about that. And then the other thing you said, Homestuck. Never heard of that either. Homestuck. What is this? It's a webcomic? Should I be looking this up? And why are you so cultured, Mike? Why do you know about this stuff? A tale about a boy and his friends at a game they play together, about 8,000 pages. Don't say we didn't warn you. So is it like supposed to represent a demon? I have no idea. I'm just going with yeah, probably. Okay, so Scarecrows. Halloween Town, by the way, peak movie. Watch it every year, multiple times. It's freaking brilliant. All just 2000s kid stuff. Okay, I got you. I didn't have cable. That might be why. Probably is why. I like tried to watch it when I could, but no, probably shouldn't look that up on stream. Oh, too late. We didn't see anything, luckily. Oh man, this latency is gonna get me in trouble. Anyways, scarecrows are really cool. I like scarecrows. I'll probably rank them in between flesh golems and skeletons, because they're not that crazy, but they are cool. I like scarecrows. They're fun. Vampires. They're failures, bro. You know how easy it is to kill one? Yes, you do, because I just made a video telling you how. Nah. They're actually cool. I don't personally like them that much, but I know they're pretty cool and they're pretty influential. So we'll put them in A. Above Grim Reaper. Actually above Zombie. Zombie leads to Vampire. Zombie is the predecessor. So, you know, this is just like upgraded Zombie. So, goes above it. It'll be good. Gargoyles. Gargoyles, I feel like, are undervalued. Guys, I think I'm in danger.
Psychology papers due tonight for your journal.
What?
Psychology journals due tonight.
Oh no! He's threatening my life right now, guys. Okay, we're good. He's leaving. Okay. Alright, gargoyles I feel like are pretty undervalued and forgotten about a lot. Because they're not that crazy, but they are cool. They are cool. I like gargoyles more than I like werewolves. They're cool. They're pretty pog, bro. So, C, top of C. This is just a giant plant monster, and while I haven't seen Little Nightmares, he's cool, dude. I like him. Oh, bro, it expands it? That's so cool. He's cool. So I'm putting him, actually, below Frankenstein. Frankenstein's, like, really cool. So, you know, below Frankenstein, but in S tier, I feel like, is pretty solid. The Blob, specifically Bob from Monsters vs. Aliens, but we're not being specific right now. Watch this. What did I just do? Did I move that? No, I didn't. Watch this. I like blobs and slime monsters. Let's see if I even come up. I do! Look at that right there. 26 subscribers, guys. 26 subscribers. Whoa, that's wild. Look, this was like in my early days of drawing, and I was so proud of my my image. This one was actually pretty funny, but it moved way too fast for me. Look, I had the same voice from 4 years ago.
Difficulty, easy, normal, and gamer. I mean, I am a gamer. I heard this gamer is really...
Anyways, so as you can see, I like slimes. Okay, I like slimes. I specifically like slimes from Minecraft. So, but nothing like insane. So I'll put them A tier, probably top of A tier. I like slimes a lot. They're cool. So, you know. Let's see. Oh, I didn't see that. Bro, this one character named Spookly the Square Pumpkin haunts my memory. I have to look that up. Sorry, I missed that. Spookly the Square Pumpkin. Oh man, I was hoping someone made a horror edit. That would have been hilarious, bro. Oh, that's wild. That's wild. Anyways, crap. No, I can't see the live chat. Most people mistake grotesques for gargoyles, but both are awesome. Let me look them up in a second. Remember our concept to fight vampires with crucifix nunchucks? Yeah, so I was talking to Zane after I made the vampire one. Heartless Crawler, Zane. I was talking to him after I made the vampire one, and I was like, you know what? I should probably... we could totally make a bunch of funny concepts. So I might make like a short with just rapid fire ways of killing vampires in hilarious ways, because it would be funny. Slime girls though. Calm down there, Zachary. Calm down. The best on God for real, bro. Grotesque. Oh wait. No. How am I gonna actually find this? What? Cryptid? Maybe? Mythical creature? Grotesque's mythical creature? How do I... Oh, here we go. They're in architecture. Okay. Oh, a chimera. Fantastic or mythical figure carved from stone and fixed to walls or a roof or building. A chimera... yeah, okay. Type of grotesque. Chimeras are a combination of animals, so... Let's look at that. Grotesques versus gargoyles. Functional water spout. Oh, I didn't know that. I was not aware of that. So grotesque is like perform or decorative, and then gargoyle actually is just a really cool water spout. That's cool. I didn't know that. Interesting. Yo, subscribe to this dude. He's really weird, and he's in the chat right now. You should subscribe to him. Anyways, so that's cool. You taught me something, Zachary. Thank you. I needed that. I needed that information. That's actually really cool. Mothman. Mothman is... I am growing to not like Mothman very much because of how much clout he gets. Okay? I love Mothman. Mothman's cool, right? He is like in the family of the Joplin butterfly people, which I live near Joplin, Missouri. The giant level 5 tornado spawned its own cryptid that I should actually talk about in an obscure cryptid one. I feel like I have somewhere. I feel like I've talked about them already. Oh, maybe I need to make... Oh, nope. Here we go. I was going to say I might have to make my own wiki page about it, but I thought there was one. Yeah, there we go. Butterfly people of Joplin were creatures of unknown origin who touched down from the sky to both save those who were trapped in debris and collect the dead after the infamous EF5 Joplin tornado ravaged the city on May 22nd, 2011. Past this date, no further sightings have been recorded. Sightings of the creatures and descriptions vary to some degree. However, local people are of the collective opinion that they meant good to the area. The world had gotten a glimpse of the tragedy that had happened in Joplin, but the collective sightings and memories still remain today. So he's like of the same family of these butterfly people. And I live probably about 50 minutes away from Joplin. That EF5 tornado picked up my trampoline and tore it up. It flipped it upside down, tore it up on a bunch of trees. I was so mad as a child. I was so mad because Joplin's so far away. How could that tornado pick up my trampoline and just throw it like that? Are you kidding me? And it did. And I'm still mad to this day that it broke my trampoline. But we had friends of friends who said they saw this thing. And stories of it catching cars mid-flight, keeping them from hitting people. People were hiding in a ditch, laying flat, just praying to God the tornado would not suck them out of the ditch. And they saw a car flying towards them through the air, and a butterfly person smashed into it and shoved it out of the way. And it did not hit them because of that. I have heard that story from a friend of a friend. And it's like, that's insane. That's insane. And maybe I should put that online because, like, you know, you don't find stories like that, but they are there. It's so cool. I love the butterfly people, and so that's made me always love Mothman. But when he got one step away from winning the cryptid tournament, oh my gosh. He should have been out in like the second or third round tops. The third round tops. He's not that strong, guys. He's not very strong. He can't do anything except fly. That's not an advantage when all you can do is fly, okay? Everyone is like, oh, but he can fly. So that's the aerial advantage. What you gonna do when a Wendigo grabs your foot and eats your wing off? Like, the Wendigo can just reach up super quick. He's extremely fast, extremely strong. You swoop in to kick him in the face, he's just literally gonna tear your limb off. Like, you're not picking him up. You're not kicking him in the face until he dies. And then you have to burn him to death. And yet Mothman still killed the Wendigo? So that made me very salty towards him. But I'm gonna put that aside and put him below blobs, above witches, in A tier. Because he's pretty cool. Okay, anyways. Crash out over. This guy, I don't remember his name. Fishman. Never seen any movie with the Fishman except for a Scooby-Doo episode, but I've always thought he was really cool. I like swamps and stuff. So, you know, that's how that goes. He's not that... He was pretty famous, I feel like, for older generations, but not for, like, current generations. He's barely ever talked about anymore. Where... I really like him, but low-key, I need someone in D, and he's not that crazy. You know what I mean? So we'll put him there. Cthulhu. I had some dude tell me that Cthulhu was a real god from a string of islands, and they pronounce it Cthulhu. 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 No, just Cthulhu. Okay, but now I need to look this up. Is Cthulhu a real god? Fictional cosmic entity created by author H.P. Lovecraft. That's what I thought. I started thinking about that, and I was like, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Cthulhu mythos deities are a group of fictional deities. Yeah, that's what I thought. So they're like, oh, he's a group of gods from these islands, and he's really pronounced Cthulhu. He's a real god that people worship in these islands. And I was like, like, at first I was like, oh, that's sick. And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, didn't Lovecraft make him up? Like, hold up a second. So, you know, kind of funny there. Pretty renowned, pretty famous. But he got iced by a boat. You know what I'm saying? He got iced by a wooden boat. So he can go above pumpkins in C tier. Poor Cthulhu. Poor Cthulhu. Slender Man. Slender Man is legendary. He's legendary, dude. He is the reason probably all of us are here right now. Without Slenderman, who knows where creepy internet culture would have gone. It might not even exist today. So, you know, he's got to go in S tier, even if it's not like top of S tier. Actually, though, no. I'd probably rank him above Frankenstein. And I need to move this around a little bit. I really like trees. I really like the trees. Yeah, that feels right. That feels better. I really needed to reorganize that. Okay, anyways, yeah. Slenderman is insane. I was listening to more videos about him today just because I haven't in a while. You know, the two girls that, like, beat up and almost were trying to kill and almost killed that one little girl over Slenderman. They are released from prison. And I hear a lot of mixed emotions on that. I'm pretty sure they were really young, though. And so, like, I'm hoping they got rehabilitated. I hear a bunch of people being like, oh, my gosh, they're out of prison. That's so awful. Dude, let's be real. These were mentally ill little kids. And they did something completely awful. But if they could be rehabilitated, that would be amazing. Because they were just twisted little kids. And kids are stupid. Okay, I don't think it's fair to lock someone up for their entire life. I think that was awful, but they got locked up for a long time, right? So I think hopefully they can get rehabilitation. And they're not gonna. It's not like they're gonna come for her, the victim. I think her name's Peyton. It's not like they're gonna come back for her to appease Slenderman. No, they were stupid kids. Like they don't believe in Slenderman anymore, right? Slenderman's not even a thing anymore. So it's not like they're gonna go after her again when the only reason they did it to begin with was for Slenderman. So you know, I hear people saying like, oh, they should lock them back up. I don't think so. They should get rehabilitated. That's the point of prison anyways, is for rehabilitation, even though it sucks at it. We should be rehabilitating people, not just condemning them. Headless Horseman. This is like one of the only OG original American creatures that are very well known. I feel like hang on. I have too many S tiers right now. I need to drop this because I am being pretty preferential to some of these. Y'all can drop down there. Grim Reaper can go up here. Zombie stays A. You're a plant monster. He's a plant monster, which is why I put him in S, but he's not that cool, guys. I need to rethink that, okay? He's like in B. He's just cool. Okay, but Headless Horseman has to go in S because that he is like legendary America OG status. So, he has to go up there. Medusa or Gorgons are like Gorgons are the snake-headed people, snake hair ladies that can make you turn to stone. Medusa is a specific snake-haired lady that can turn you to stone who was legendary status. So this is a Gorgon. They are pretty low, but above pumpkins. They're cool, they're interesting, but you know, nothing crazy. Mummies, literally not even a monster, but I like them. So we'll put them in B. Why not? His name's Jason, right? No, he's not. Who's that? What's his name? I completely forgot. You guys gonna have to help me. Okay, then we got dentists. I freaking love that. That took me so long. I thought these guys were like monsters from an animation series or something. I'm like, I'm never going to know who these people are. So you know what? I'm just not even going to rank them. And then I zoom in on it. I see he's holding a toothbrush. She's holding an apple. That's a dentist. That's a dentist. They're going F tier below Satan. No, I'm just kidding. They're kind of cool, but not that cool. So they're going low D. What's his name again? He's from Goosebumps. I don't remember. He's a dummy though. Careful. Probably like C. That works. Oogie Boogie. Oogie Boogie. Zane, you know this one from Kingdom Hearts, right? Oogie Boogie's a really cool character. He is basically a mummy, but they did him really cool. They did him good. I really like him. I actually, you know what? I'm putting him up here. I like Oogie Boogie a lot. He's an interesting character. His fight in Kingdom Hearts 1 is one of my favorite boss fights of gaming. It's just super cool. So, you know, I'll put him up there. Then we got It, Clowns. Okay. Am I ranking this as It or am I ranking this as Clowns? I'm gonna let you guys tell me. Are you guys here? Yeah, you are. Okay. You haven't said anything in a while, so I didn't know if you guys were still here, but you're here. You guys tell me. Am I ranking this as It or Clowns? Because that's gonna get dramatically different answers. Because It is a really, really interesting monster. But Clowns, hang on, that actually might get a similar answer either way, but for completely different reasons. But Clowns are cool. Okay, clowns are cool, man. I want me some clown shoes. But the whole clown phenomena, wild, bro. So, what you guys thinking? Chat rate of 2. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. You guys have been talking the whole time. My chat hasn't been updating. Hold up, now I have to catch up. Oh, great. Okay. You screamed, ah, probably for A tier, right? Bro, I know nothing about the moth. Cute little moth. The moth people were for real so cool. Yeah, they were cool. Trampoline got turned into a slide, though. It was pretty late. That is true. It got flipped into a slide for a while, and we used it like a slide for a couple years. Bruh, you guys have been texting the whole time. I literally have been like, oh, man. They're gone. No. Okay. F for the trampoline, for real. I was in Ava when the Joplin tornado hit and then went to help them repair and clean the city. That's cool. We went up there at one point. I think Mom helped people, but we didn't for some reason. Nah, we did. For a little bit. It was cool. My grandma was there when it happened. It's so crazy the things that happened then. It was. W for cleaning. Bat Squatch would beat Mothman. Yes, Bat Squatch would 100% beat Mothman, dude. Bat Squatch can go insano style. Mothman can tell you when there's about to be a tragedy, which is cool, and appreciate that, bro, but he cannot beat you up. The Lagoon Monster. Bro, Monsters vs. Aliens literally has the fish man. Him and Bob are best friends. Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. How did I forget about that? Scariest monster on the list, not gonna lie. For real, lol. Cosmic Horror and all that. Yeah, that's fair, actually. It's kind of fair. Look up Lovecraft's drawing of Cthulhu. He actually drew what he looked like, but people don't use that drawing as a base when they put him in games and things. I bet right now. Lovecraft's drawing of Cthulhu. Ah. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I like that. We're assuming this one's his actual, like, original drawing. Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's, that is a lot different than what we think of. Whereas, like, this one, I can see, like, the similarities where people get it from. But I kind of like that original with, like, a bunch of tentacles and stuff. It's cool. Slenderman has the most aura of internet created cryptid, to be honest. You are absolutely right. It's weird how in Slenderman original lore he has a face, but in photos his face becomes blurred so much you can't see it. People saw just the photos and thought he was faceless. Yeah, it is kind of funny that way. And then Marble Hornets came out, and that wasn't Slenderman, but he looked like him. And then they created the Slenderman game, and that all conglomerated into Slenderman we know now. Dullahan. Oh, I never knew that. Slappy. There we go. Oogie Boogie Mad Win. Best Fighting Kingdom Hearts. Awesome fight. Clowns and It. Okay. So we got Clowns and It. That does. Clowns. Banana Joe was about to break in your room and say chat wasn't working. Bro just got another sub. Let's go. Oh, 230. Okay, sweet. We got someone else here. Alright, so we're doing Clowns then. So, Clowns. Sorry about the chat, like, totally freaking out on me. Alright, so. Clowns. Oh, wait. What's his name? Is his name Dullahan? Or are you talking about someone else? Oh, you're talking about the Headless Horseman. That's weird. I didn't know his name was Dullahan. What's this guy's name? Is it? No, Freddy Krueger is. Who's Freddy Krueger? He looks cool, right? Yeah, Freddy Krueger is like that guy, and then Leatherface looks kind of like him, doesn't he? No, he doesn't look like him. Never mind. Jason. No, that's what I looked up. Jason Voorhees. But this is the guy with, the hockey mask. I don't remember this guy's name. Michael Myers. There we go. Thank you. Michael Myers. Okay, there we go. So this is Michael Myers. I've never seen any of those movies. Mason or something, I don't know. Close. Yeah. I've never watched like slasher flicks like that, but they look interesting. I know that he's like a supernatural slasher, not just like a normal dude. I feel like he should be ranked higher than I'm ranking him, but because I've not seen anything with him and don't know a lot about him, I'm gonna put him in C, because I don't want to like ditch him down low, but I don't want to put him high either because I don't know. You know what I mean? So, oh my gosh, who isn't he from Fortnite? Chat, don't kill me. Alright, anyways, now let's rank clowns. Okay, so clowns are super cool because of the 2016 clown incidents. Or clown phenomena. People disguised as evil clowns in incongruous settings such as near forests and schools. It was just an increase of reports of people just seeing clowns standing there. I've got a family friend who looked out her window one night in October and there was just a clown just through her window, bro. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they made a movie about him after. Oh yeah, bro. Fortnite's such an inspiration to all media. Clowns can get it. I am so fascinated by the 2016 clown phenomena. They're crazy. And I wish that I could have dressed up as a clown. Nah, dude. Clown shoes. Look at these. Look at these. They're freaking goated. Have you ever seen, unironically, clown shoes on somebody? Okay, that just looks goofy. Dude, sometimes these shoes hit. Like with the socks like that and everything. I'm not finding a good picture. But for whatever reason, sometimes they just look sick. They look like, oh, that dude can get with it. And it's weird. Like, we went to the haunted house last night, and there was a clown there, and he was like a short dude. He looked like Native American or something. Short guy, but he was like kind of buff, and he looked built with the clown shoes, bro. It was hilarious. They were just standing there menacingly. They were all through her neighborhood. Yeah, it was crazy. Sora, Kingdom Hearts, Ashu. Oh, you're right, bro. We connect into Kingdom Hearts too much tonight, bro. It's all over the place. I really like clowns. I think clowns are cool. Pretty highly ranked. I think clowns are really, really cool. I met a clown as a child, and she was super friendly, and ever since then, I've just liked clowns in general. And then the 2016 clown phenomenon fascinates me so much. You know, I don't know anybody who dressed up as a clown. And whenever I ask somebody if they know somebody who dressed up like a clown, they say no. So, you know, like, not all the clowns were doing anything crazy. So it's interesting. Bro, JoJo was inspired by Kingdom Hearts? I didn't know that. That's crazy. Okay, next up we've got, look at this dude. He's, what are they called? Witch doctors. Witch doctors, I never even remember that these are, like, actually kind of a monster on par with, like, mummies and stuff. It makes sense because they're iconic, but, like, I always forget that. I like witch doctors. They're cool. I'm sure most of you know that, but they put, like, herbs in their masks. That's why they're extended like beaks, and because they believed good smells brought good health and bad smells brought bad health, which makes sense based off of their science. They didn't have science to understand germ theory at the time, but germs kind of carry with that, so, you know, that's why they wore the beak masks. Just under scarecrows. I think that's pretty good. I like what witch doctors are cool. Goblins. Goblin D. I'm lying. Don't fall for my devilish schemes, bro. Okay. That's hilarious. Goblins are cool. They're a classic. I need to move some stuff, though. You know what? Flesh golems, the more I think about it, the more, like, mid they are. This dude, he just keeps moving down because I haven't seen it, but he's a plant monster, so he's cool in general. You can go down. Okay, goblins, probably top of B, because they're kind of iconic. They do a lot. Plague Doctor, yeah, my bad, not Witch Doctor. Yo, what's up, bro? Was this tier list is a tier list of how cool Halloween monsters are, how much I like them. is pretty fun. Yeah, but yeah, Plague Doctor, not Witch Doctor. That's my bad. But yeah, goblins are kind of like a baseline. They're really interesting. They're a catch-all for some monsters. If something went wrong, you'd blame it on a goblin. You know, it's a goblin in the machine. It's a smash or pass tier list. Bro, I should have done that. That would have been hilarious. I didn't even think about that. Okay, giant spiders. Giant spiders are like pretty solid. Pretty solid. Probably clap them in here. They're just a good all-around monster. But, you know, nothing special. Just a giant-sized thing that already exists, so. Shadow people. Now, shadow people are interesting. They connect to so many things, because they could be ghosts. You see them when you go on hallucinogenics. You see them if you're schizophrenic. You see them if you get sleep paralysis. They connect to so many different things. I actually kind of think they're S tier. They are really cool. I'm really interested in shadow people. I think they have a bunch of connections, so... Okay. Gremlins do go in machines, you're right, but goblins also go in machines. The difference is gremlins only do machines, and then goblins just do, like, everything, so, you know. Heartless shadows. Yeah, bro. We're gonna watch a video on this dude so that I know what he's like, if I can find one. We're counting this dude as a demon, so he's going with Satan. A little bit above Satan, obviously. Hunchbacks are just people. And I feel bad ranking them weirdly. Nah. I'm just kidding. Who'd you say this was again? He's the purple monster from the Scary Godmother. Is there any shorts or anything? Or is this just going to be people talking about him? Purple monster clip. Let's see here. Shadow people or Dark Watchers. So Dark Watchers are cool, but not as cool. The Dark Watchers are specifically in California. They watch like the forests and stuff. Where's Hatman on this list? Hatman technically would link into Shadow people. Hatman is like a famous hat or shadow person. Ugly people are scary. This is, I agree with you. You are right. You are right. Oh, bro. It's the whole movie right here. We're about to watch an ad together, guys. Happy holidays. No! Get this off of my screen. Get this. Where's the options button? I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. It's not even Halloween yet. And I can't even tell it not to show me this anymore. Oh, that's so annoying. Two in a row? I'm dying, bro. I'm dying right now. That's blasphemy. All right, let's check this. Oh. No, never mind. I thought I recognized something for a second, but I did not. Where's the purple monster? I gotta see how creepy this dude is. Oh, they have the ads in it and everything. That's some real OG stuff up in here. Oh, here he is. We found our guy. Okay, I'm pretty sure Hatman is a sub. Yeah, he is. Agreed, and tall people. Hatman ain't have no power over us. Rebuke that man. I saw that man and had no idea what Hatman was at this time, lol. YouTube doesn't allow you to say don't show me this anymore. Yeah, that's so lame, bro. I guess they know people were getting around it.
Heaven forbid! It wouldn't be a party without you here, Bugaboo.
Uh-oh. His name's Bugaboo. Okay. Yeah, this would probably be terrifying as a child, dude. He actually looks really freaky.
If I start scaring kids after hours, I'm gonna put in for overtime. Now calm down, kid. Calm down. I'm not doing nothing.
And then he chases her. Bro, that's so bad. Alright, so I think we've got a good idea on him now. Interesting. He's got cool design. Pretty interesting. However, very unknown, you know what I mean? And he's not really that interesting. I think he's cooler than these pumpkin dudes. Actually, I like him more than Gorgons, so I'll put him above the Gorgon there. He's interesting, but you know, nothing like crazy. So, all right, guys, we did it. There's our tier list. Pretty fire, I think. Hunchback / ugly people at the top. Very top S tier, bro. I used to have sleep paralysis, but I only ever heard things, which is probably because I have aphantasia. The wildest thing was like a huge speaker was passing over the house speaking nonsense. Dude, that sounds so cool. I mean, that sounds terrifying, but like really cool. And having aphantasia, I didn't know that. That's wild. I was gonna say that's cool, but I don't know how cool that actually is. You know, I don't want to just say that's cool, but that is crazy. Nah, what the heck, bro? That would be mad annoying. Grimace final form. Yeah, dude. I've had sleep paralysis a handful of times. Only once did I see something. I have a friend who has it nearly every night. He has since he was born, and he sees monsters every night. He doesn't now though. That remember. He's in our Bible study, and he started like praying about it and everything, and they went away, and now he doesn't get it. He still sees them sometimes at night, but he doesn't get paralyzed, and he just tells them to leave, and they go away. Imagine like those airships you see in Dystopian City going, "Attention, citizens!" It was like that, and I could feel the voice in my chest as I laid there paralyzed. That is really freaky, and that's kind of like I think how schizophrenia starts. I won't lie. Well, actually, schizophrenia starts when you're like a little kid, but you know that definitely gets into people's heads sometimes where they hear stuff like that and they start being like, "This is real," you know. That is freaky, dude. That's cool though. Really interesting. I like seeing like creepy stuff like that. I'm kind of crazy. You know. So tier list. Rats and ugly people had to be top. Why Slenderman shouldn't be above those, dude. Slenderman's a classic creepypasta, but not like monster wise. Let's be real here. I really ranked Frankenstein and Ghosts like the top monster of all time. I guess so. That's kind of crazy. I didn't expect that. They're definitely not my favorites though. Like they're really cool, but you know, I really like scarecrows like aesthetically. I think they're cool. I didn't do a very good job at this tier list. Whatever. It's fine. It's cool anyways. So, you know, I might not do it for the video anymore. Well, I might, because now I actually know what everything was. Because Zachary over here is like incredibly cultured. So, Aight, what you guys feeling like now? Should we keep doing stuff? I could play another game out of these if you're interested in that. I could hop back on Ultra Kill or do something here. What you guys thinking? What you feeling like? Crazy bored opinion? Huh? Oh. W stream for real. Ooh, I have an idea. Let me see if I can find the specific one. Ex-Satanist. Halloween. Yeah, this guy here, he's a fraud. He's a fraud, guys. He's a freaking fraud, okay? Let me see if I can find the specific one. I think it's this one.
Church of Satan.
The founder of the Church of Satan had a very well-known quote. We're about to go over this real quick. I need to do homework, but I want the first place understandable game. All right, bet. Let me talk about this real quick, though. So, the founder of the Church of Satan had a very well-known quote, and I guess he's going to quote it real quick.
It had a very well-known quote, where and this was Anton LaVey, who founded the Church of Satan and co-founded Satanism as a religion, the first person to do that in the world. There was a very well-known quote where he said, "I want to thank Christian parents for
Just cut it off, bro. He said, I want to thank Christian parents for allowing their kids to have at least one night out of the year where they worship Satan. I don't actually know if that's a real quote. I should look it up. But I can tell you why he would say that if it is real. Can I look up the thing about Halloween? I bet you it'll come up. Okay, I don't know. I can't, people are saying it's real, but those aren't like trustworthy sources, so I can't tell for sure. I guess this would be where, which I don't know if I should actually be going to the Church of Satan website on a live stream. I feel like I'm in the danger zone right now. But you know what? It's fine. See, I'm afraid of like that, but like really bad. Okay, I don't know. Anyways, so let me explain this real quick. Why he is? All the clips have lied it? Yes. But he's bald and has a beard, ex-occultism looking bro. I know, and he has a face tattoo, so looks like Aang really went through it. There's also a difference between atheistic and theistic Satanism. Absolutely. Anton LaVey was not a theistic Satanist, and he's the one that founded it, and he's the one that said this. He's an atheistic Satanist. Theistic Satanists are exceedingly rare, and they believe that Satan's the good guy. They don't do human sacrifice like people say because they don't think that's a good thing. They just think that God is evil, right? Atheistic Satanism also does not practice human sacrifice or demonic summoning or anything like that because they just believe in hedonism. Do what you want, feel good, all that jazz. I should actually zoom up for this part. Do what you want to feel good, all that jazz like that. Just try to be yourself and don't listen to people like telling you otherwise and do what you want, basically, is the whole thing, right? And so, but they created Satanism because they didn't like Christianity because it's about it's about trying to minimize the self. You are supposed to carry your cross. You're supposed to not do sins because it's bad to do these certain things, and you're supposed to be sacrificing your own selfish desires for the greater good and to be more Christ-like. The Satanistic Church thinks that's stupid because they don't believe in God, and they think we're doing that for no reason and it doesn't help anything. And so Anton LaVey made Satanism to make fun of humans. And so obviously Halloween, which is a Catholic holiday that is literally scary looking, it has the aesthetics that Satanism likes because Satanists like aesthetic. They like dark aesthetics. Halloween has dark aesthetics. And so many people were freaking out about Halloween and saying how it's all Satanist and everything. And so, of course, the dude who likes to make fun of Christians and likes to be like, oh my gosh, you guys are idiots for believing all this, is going to say something like that because then everyone's going to freak out and he's just going to go, ha, see, told you, idiot. No, that's not real. That's not real, okay? He said that to troll you because he doesn't like you or what you believe, and you believed him, and now you let it have power over your own holiday. Halloween is literally a Catholic tradition, dude. It's everyone connects it to Samhain, which was a Celtic holiday. It's not even connected to Samhain. It's not even. It is 3 times removed from Samhain from an inspiration. Night, bro. Good luck with the homework. There are some who think Jesus and the serpent in the garden were the same entity trying to lead humanity to enlightenment and away from God who wants us to be ignorant. That's interesting. Jesus led others to God. How did they come to that conclusion? Yeah, that's a weird conclusion, but that's interesting. That's a interesting thought. Okay, but Samhain, though, is the Celtic pagan tradition of the celebration of the harvest and the welcoming of death. So people say, oh, it's demonic, they're welcoming in death. No, that's not what they're doing. They're welcoming in winter. because winter is when things die and are renewed. And so they're celebrating the fact that things are about to be renewed, not dead people, not dead spirits, but they also worshiped spirits because they were pagan. But these spirits weren't like all good, and they knew these spirits weren't all good, and that's why as soon as Christianity got here, a lot of them were like, bye, I'm going to this god over here because he's pretty cool, guys. And they shook off their paganistic beliefs and went to Christianity because they're like, okay, this is way better over here, you know. So it's not like, oh no, demonic, it's like completely devoid. But hang on, I need to find more stuff of him because he says some freaking, like, what are you even talking about stuff.
Truth about Halloween. Halloween is
This one.
the highest day on the satanic calendar.
So April 30th and Halloween. But that's AI, so it's just getting sources from like Facebook. Is literally getting two primary sources from Facebook. Oh my gosh. Do not trust the AI ever, okay? Oh my gosh. That's horrible. Oh, we're going back to a satanic temple site. Oh, I hate this site. I've been here before. Yeah, okay. Right here. This is at the very top. So, you know what? We're going to assume this is the highest because that's like more research than they do when they're claiming these things. So, based on the Roman festival of the same name, Lupercalia falls on February 15th. In keeping with ancient tradition, February 13th and 14th are observed as feast days leading up to the actual holiday. What we are translating this to in TST is a Hail Yourself Day. This idea offers a parallel to the others-centered traditions. So it's literally a celebration of Self Day. Let's see, do they have anything on Halloween? Yes, Halloween. Halloween is consistently described as evil, demonic, and satanic by those steeped in religious dogma. Costumes, candy, and facing fears are to be embraced. What are you talking about? They sacrifice... He's about to say they sacrifice people on Halloween. Literally, right there, what do they say they celebrate? Costumes, candy, and facing your fears. Facing your fears is a good thing. What are you freaking talking about? Oh my gosh. Because Jesus actually used different words to describe his father and the God of the Jews, but in English Bibles, both words get translated to God. That's interesting. Okay, but listen to this guy continue here.
The most probably important day on the satanic calendar.
This is all that they celebrate. Costumes, candy, and facing fears. So why is it that important?
It's considered a high day.
No, it's not.
It is also the night of the year where there is the most human sacrifice on the whole planet.
You hear that? This is what told me he's a freaking fraud when he said that. Night of the year with the most human sacrifice on the planet. There is no specific night of the year, but don't trust AI. However, Boston Public Library, Celtic Junction Art Center, Wikipedia. That's a lot better than the Facebook sources we were getting a second ago saying that Halloween was an extremely important satanic night, isn't it? Samhain? No. Nothing like Midsummer Sacrifice. What is this from? Okay, it's talking about old pagans. The Celts. So this is all talking about Samhain, which, by the way, Samhain has really shaky evidence on human sacrifice. It might have been practiced by a couple people, but it's exceedingly rare if it was. It was not a common practice. It would have been by some insane people, but there's not enough evidence to even say that it actually was Samhain to practice human sacrifice. It could have been murders or something. Oh, the word Jesus used for his father was a Greek word that means something like logic. It's a whole rabbit hole, and there were entire sects of Christians who were killed for it. That's cool. I do know Jesus used different words for his God, for like talking about himself, and then I thought he was referenced as like the other one that usually Israelis used or whatever. Because, like, it's the trifecta, right? You have the 3 in 1. So God has a different word. Because the, like, Greek, Roman, and Hebrew language has a lot more specifics when it comes to this stuff than we do. So God the Father has a different name than God the Son and God the Holy Spirit. I just thought he was using those different words. I was pretty sure. But that is really interesting. I'd actually want to look into that. You piqued my interest on that. But anyways, graphs for human sacrifice per kidnapping. Watch what AI says to this. Not available. Graphs for it are not available. Okay? You want to know why? We don't graph when somebody's kidnapped for a human sacrifice. How would you do that? You can't until they're dead. And then what are you going to do? Walk in and be like, "Oh, this guy drew a pentagram. This must have been a..." No. You don't know when people are kidnapped for a human sacrifice. That doesn't happen almost ever. It's out of the question, and we don't have a graph of that. So what the frick are you talking about? Halloween has the most human sacrifice on the whole planet. No, it doesn't. We don't know when human sacrifice takes place. We don't have a graph on human sacrifice. We don't keep track of that. You want to know when kids get kidnapped the most? There has never been a consistent day out of the year when kids get kidnapped the most, but they get kidnapped the most during the summertime. During the summertime, okay? That's when human sacrifices would be going on, according to this man, because that's when most kids are kidnapped. Halloween, you can't... This is just bullcrap. He's literally talking, like, out of nowhere, dude. Enter Chris Hansen. Oh, no. Okay, now listen to this.
So, if we look at it in a, let's call it the popular culture aspect first.
Yep.
So many people think Halloween is about candy and it's about dress up.
Costumes, dress up, candy, and facing fears. Oh my gosh, guys! Oh my gosh, guys! What? He just said that everybody thinks it's about candy and dressing up and scary stuff, but the Church of Satan that he's saying he originally came from also says that it's literally about costumes, candy, and like scary stuff. So he's telling the truth. It's actually about that stuff. Oh, but he's gonna say it's not about that stuff because the Church of Satan doesn't actually think it's about that stuff. Oh, okay, okay. This guy hacks me off so much.
In a neighborhood or an area, there's homes that celebrate Halloween, where they put up the decorations and they do the pumpkins and they do the candles and the candy, those things, right? And it's fun. Let's say in a neighborhood, there is houses that do that. So that whole perimeter becomes one big satanic ritual.
How? How on earth does putting up an inflatable of a scarecrow and then putting some cute pumpkins on my front porch turn my neighborhood into a satanic ritual site? The frick is this man talking about? This is a literal fraud, and I have seen literally so many people that I know sharing this and then telling me that Halloween's bad because of this guy. He's literally talking out the butt, dude. What he does? What? And he's not going to explain anything else. He's not going to explain any further of that. He just says that.
Because I've got them already up. It's September.
Good man having your decorations up.
There's creepy stuff in our neighborhood already. So you're saying my neighborhood right now is cooked? Like, what are you saying there?
So I'm saying that in a neighborhood or a area perimeter where there is a few homes, that is already a set up as in terms of a hotspot for demonic activity. And anybody, whether they're Christian or non-Christian, that have open doors, that moves or lives in a neighborhood like that will be affected. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so he's literally saying if you decorate your house, you're going to be in a demonic hotspot. Since I was little, I've celebrated Halloween and had Halloween decorations, and I have not ever once been affected by a demon, except for seeing the Ratman in a sewer, and that didn't affect me. I just saw a demon in a sewer because he was chilling down there. I don't think it was an actual demon. I think it was a cryptid, but you know, that's the closest thing I've been to a demonic activity. I've never been possessed. I've never seen a demon before, and I've celebrated Halloween my whole life. So how do I live in this Halloween demonic hotspot during the month of October, and I've never seen a demon if I'm opening my whole house to a ritual site? He doesn't even explain how or why that works. Why does putting my pumpkins on my front porch open up a portal to hell? I'm not a theist and lean towards mythicism personally when it comes to Jesus. Christianity is still an S tier religion though, or in a tier of its own. Heck yeah, bro. Heck yeah, bro. You vibing. Night, Grimothy. I'll see you later. I'm gonna end stream soon, but you know, I had to crash out on this dude. I'm about to make a whole video on this, man.
Okay, so what do we
One more thing, I think.
So, firstly, we make sure that we are in righteous standing with God. that
First
we
good thing he
do
said.
not sin,
First good thing he
in
said.
our life, that we are in a righteous covenant with Him.
Facts. Do that.
So, if we can get there, that is a very good place to start.
That's all you need.
Then it is about praying,
Praying is good.
like being in serious prayer, that people who celebrate Halloween, whether they being a Satanist or an atheist or someone having fun, that whilst they're doing that they will actually have a true encounter with Christ. The truth about Halloween.
Great to pray for that. Great to pray for that. Good advice. You should do that even if you know Halloween's totally not evil, right? Because, yeah, we should be praying for people like that. Oh my gosh, I'm literally been in the talk stage the whole time. You can't even see him. Can you hear what he's saying? If one house is decorated, open... Bro, I forgot to even open it back up to this man. Bruh, that sucks. I'm so sorry, guys. You've just been staring at my face the whole time. One house decorated, opens up a whole town to it. I'm like, dude, you're an idiot and get paid to say all this. No, yeah, he's totally getting paid for this. Like, he's just clickbaiting. He came onto this big Christian's YouTube and he's clickbaiting, and now he's like the most famous ex-Satanist on Facebook right now. It's insane. Can you hear him, or are you literally just hearing what I'm saying? Bro, that sucks. Oh, man, that sucks. That's why you guys were being quiet. Okay, my bad, guys. Asher, you slacking? Rage bait for real. It is. And it's just getting like... It's just getting people who are already scared of Halloween to be even more scared. And it's making them yell at other people. It's so bad. You only heard me, dude. Okay, we're playing this again. I'll just let it play out this time, though, so you can hear what he's saying.
Halloween is the highest day on the satanic calendar. It is the most probably important day on the satanic calendar. It's considered a high day. It is also the night of the year where there is the most human sacrifice on the whole planet. So, if we look at it in a, let's call it the popular culture aspect first. So many people think Halloween is about candy and it's about dress up, but they don't question the meaning behind it. So let's say, for instance, in a neighborhood or an area, there's homes that celebrate Halloween, where they put up the decorations and they do the truth about Halloween.
Brother, this is so annoying to try and get this to work right. Let me crank it.
Halloween is the highest day on the satanic calendar. It is the most probably important day on the satanic calendar. It's considered a high day. It is also the night of the year where there is the most human sacrifice on the whole planet. So, if we look at it in a, let's call it the popular culture aspect first. So many people think Halloween is about candy and it's about dress up, but they don't question the meaning behind it. So let's say, for instance, in a neighborhood or an area, there's homes that celebrate Halloween, where they put up the decorations and they do the pumpkins and they do the candles and the candy, those things, right? And it's fun. Let's say in a neighborhood, there is houses that do that. So
See you, Zach. Thanks for stopping in, bro.
that whole perimeter becomes one big satanic ritual for that whole neighborhood.
Wait. So you're telling me, because I've got them already up, it's September. There's skeletons, there's creepy stuff in our neighborhood already. So you're saying my neighborhood right now is cooked? Like, what are you saying there?
So I'm saying that in a neighborhood or a area perimeter where there is a few homes, that is already a set up as in terms of a hotspot for demonic activity. And anybody, whether they're Christian or non-Christian, that have open doors, that moves or lives in a neighborhood like that will be affected. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so what do we do as Christians?
So firstly, we make sure that
Okay, and then can you still hear me? Yeah, okay. So, and then he's just going to say that we should be righteous in righteous standing with God. We should have a covenant formed with him, and that we should pray for people who celebrate Halloween, that they're able to have a moment with God where they actually see him while they're out celebrating Halloween. Great advice. Great advice. This man is a fraud. So he talks about how it's a high day on the satanic calendar. No, it's not. It literally barely matters on the satanic calendar. They just think it's aesthetic. He talks about how it's the night of the year with the most human sacrifices. No, it's not. What metric are you using? There's literally no metric for that. And I know everyone's trusting him because he's a Satanist. Oh, Satanists perform human sacrifice. He would know. No, they don't. They don't perform human sacrifice. The worst thing they perform are orgies, okay? They're not doing that. Then he talks about how everybody thinks that it's all about candy and costumes and right? You literally go to the website where they tell you what they celebrate about Halloween, and it's costumes and candy are the first things they say that they celebrate. And they point out that it's consistently described as evil, demonic, and satanic by those steeped in religious dogma. They literally make fun of you for thinking that it's evil, and then they celebrate the same way that we do with costumes and candy. They don't do anything else. And they face fears, because facing your fears can be both a hedonistic thing and a good thing to do. Facing your fears is good, to not be afraid, and it's good for the self. So it's good and pure. Like, it's not an evil thing to be able to face your fears, okay? And then he talks about how putting up decorations in your yard turns your yard into a satanic site. And then gives no further context. He just says that it opens you up to demonic interactions. I've never once experienced a demonic interaction, and I've been celebrating Halloween my entire life. He doesn't explain how. He says putting pumpkins out will expose you to demons. Pumpkins are literally a natural fruit, melon, whatever. They grow out of the ground. God created them. Skeletons are a natural part of the human body. They're actually beautiful, and you're able to see them when people die, sure, but they're still architecture created by God, okay? Just putting a fake skeleton and a pumpkin on your front porch isn't going to let a demon into your house. You shouldn't just pray then. The devil uses this to break the church apart and make people mad at each other. I've seen churches literally split into two parts. Same, bro. It breaks people apart. It sends people away from the church. It makes people not want to believe in God anymore. That's why I'm sick of it. And that's why I need to make a whole video about it and send it to all of the moms on Facebook who are sending it to all their kids, because, oh my gosh, dude. I know they're not going to care, but, you know, our pastor's message tomorrow. Yeah, he's going to be talking about bones, living bones. And our pastor put a skeleton in the church. I feel like that was bold. Our church is old people, right? Like, there's not many young people there. It's old people, and he just blatantly put a skeleton up in the church, and I'm like, that was a bold move, but I freaking respect it, dude. So, it's hilarious. I think y'all are the last ones here. I think everyone else might have left. Well, it says we got 7 concurrent viewers, so maybe not. But, you know. I think that's gonna end it for this stream. I really need to turn that into a video, for real, because I can just like rapid fire that, and that would be a really good combatant to that video. Maybe I could also make it into a short, just reacting to it. That would be cool, because I feel like more people need to be aware of that this man is just a phony. You know, maybe I should even almost look into history on him, see what he says, but I don't know, man. Yeah, to get to first, I'm not sure what you have to do. Try. I don't know, man. Unrelated, you should make a horror games tier list. That would be fun. My problem is I haven't played a lot of horror games, This is all I got right now that I've played much. Subnautica, I guess, kind of counts now. Eclipsium was made to be a horror game, but nobody knows about it but me, so it doesn't work. Scanner Sombre, relatively underground, but not too underground. This is a horror game, but this one is profound. This one's really good. I actually like this one and Eclipsium both a lot. This one's really cool. But, you know, I feel like I'd be ranking mine weird because I'd be ranking underground horror games because I don't play a lot of mainstream. You know, play Phasmo, dude. That would be good. I have it downloaded, I think. About to start spamming doc emojis to get number 1. Do it, bro. Do it right now. Oh, duck emojis. Yeah, the old booga spam days. Literally playing Phas right now. Heck yeah, bro. That'd be fun. I bet you we could get together like Oh wait, yeah, you can't see my screen again. I keep forgetting you can't see my screen, but whatever. Yeah. I bet you we could get like a few of us from the Discord to play Phasmo together on a stream. That would be fun. That would be sick. We need to get Liz in on this, like Liz Tippin' Tappin', not Lizzie. Lizzie's my real life friend, and then Liz Tippin' Tappin' is the Discord. But yeah, we should get her in on that if we can. 'Cause she'd be fun to play with. Anyways, I think that was going to do it for this stream, guys. It's like about 12. I've probably been streaming for a long time. It's not showing me, but, you know, a while. Can I scroll back? Oh, yeah, 2.5 hours. Nice. Pretty solid length. I really should probably turn that into an actual, like, Halloween video responding to that, dude. That might be a good idea. So, I might go ahead and do that. Thank you guys for being here. We made it a year, and we hit 213, maybe? 213? You want to check real quick? That's what Asher was saying. 213, yeah, boys. 47 videos, hit 213 subscribers. This is the best that I've ever done on subscribers. Never been this far before. I hit 165 after I stopped posting. I almost got to 150 on my Astro channel. And then it went up to like 165 while I wasn't posting. And I got seriously burned out from that and then started this again. So I'm super glad. Maybe next time I'll get the first. That was the first comment though. Yeah, bro. Fastest growing channel on YouTube. Heck yeah, bro. We getting it. Woohoo, 1 year, baby. 1 year down, many more to go. Thanks, bro. Let's hit 500. Soon as we hit 500, Heartless and Narwakun are going with me to hunt a sewer monster. So that's going to be great. Going to be super fun. I guess Liz is too. I don't know if she's still in the chat right now. She didn't text me though, so I'm assuming she's listening. But yeah. It's going to be fun. He's catching Mr. Beast. Heck yeah. Catching up to iShow Speed. I got to do it, bro. I got to surpass iShow Speed and Mr. Beast. You know it. So, but yeah, thanks guys. This has been great so far. I'm really enjoying this channel. I'm loving this stuff. It's so much better than the other YouTube stuff I've been doing, and it's easier to actually make content for it. And I don't feel like I have to be a perfectionist with it, which is what was screwing me up with the last stuff. My last stuff was pretty artistic, or I was trying to be artistic with it, and it was messing me up a little bit. So, you know, doing better now. But, anyways, better live stream when you look for the Ratman. I want to live stream when I look for the Ratman. Issue is, I've tried before. You cannot let live stream in the tunnels. The service cuts out. So I cannot stream in the tunnels, and it's so unfortunate, because what if I die? Okay, I'm not going to die. I doubt I'm going to find it. I've looked for it before and haven't been able to find it. But, you know, having a camera there will force me to go deeper than before, and I'll actually have, like, a reason to, and then it'll be more fun. So, that'll be cool. But, you know, it's going to be cool. I'm going to turn it into a video for sure. I have to, obviously. 500 sub special video. But I cannot stream. Good, make us more. Good night. See you at church. Yeah, see you at church tomorrow, bro. Bring the camera. I mean, sure, bring it. At least we got found footage if you die. True. You'll find my camcorder. Because I have a night vision camcorder. Yeah, I should bring that. That would be good. Gotta crawl through it. It's gonna be fun. We'll all be the cameraman, bro. But heck yeah, I need another cameraman. Because I'm always cameraman. And that'll be a little weird since it's my channel if I'm not on camera. So, Heck yeah, multiple cameramen. That would be sick. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of funny because I'm always the cameraman. You know. I guess you're always the cameraman too, and we just haven't got to actually like make many videos together. That works out. Blair Witch for real. All right, though, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Thanks for vibing with me through the whole thing. Had a really fun time. I want to do this more often, like maybe once a month or something. I enjoy doing this. I do it more. I just feel like I don't know. I mean, I don't know if the community's big enough, like to where we have enough viewers. But I could do it more consistently if you guys want that. I should ask my Discord, see what they think. But yeah, been vibing. Thanks for hopping in, and I hope to see you guys in the next video, which hopefully I'll get to post before next weekend. That should be good. So, anyways, thanks for watching. God bless. Ratman out of here.